The floodlights of the Camp Nou illuminate a sea of faces, each a pixel in a mosaic of devotion. A roar, primal and collective, erupts as the number 2 glides onto the pitch. Dani Alves. More than a footballer, he is a force of nature, a perpetual motion machine fueled by relentless ambition and an infectious joy for the beautiful game. But the cheers, once a symphony of adoration, now carry a dissonant echo, a shadow cast by allegations that threaten to eclipse a career unparalleled in its glittering accumulation of trophies. It is not simply a story of sporting triumph. It is a Shakespearean drama played out on the world stage, a study in contrasts where dazzling success collides with profound moral questions. Alves's story transcends the boundaries of sport. It is a narrative woven into the fabric of modern football, reflecting the globalization of the game, the pressures of fame, and the precarious nature of legacy. From the dusty pitches of Juazeiro, Bahia, a small town in Brazil's interior, to the opulent stadiums of Europe, his journey is a testament to the power of dreams and the unwavering pursuit of excellence. But it is also a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the brightest stars can be consumed by darkness. Consider the weight of expectation he carried, not just for himself, but for an entire nation. Brazil, a country synonymous with footballing artistry, has always placed its heroes on a pedestal. Alves, with his flamboyant style and relentless work ethic, embodied the spirit of Brazilian football. He was more than just a defender. He was an attacking threat, a creative force, a symbol of hope for a generation of aspiring footballers. His partnership with Lionel Messi at Barcelona became the stuff of legend. Their telepathic understanding on the field, a dance of intricate passes and perfectly timed runs, unlocked defenses and redefined the role of the modern fullback. Together, they formed an indomitable duo, a force that propelled Barcelona to unprecedented heights. But their connection extended beyond the pitch. It was a bond of mutual respect and admiration, a brotherhood forged in the fires of competition. Yet, the narrative takes a sharp turn, a descent into the murkiness of alleged wrongdoing. The accusations leveled against Alves have sent shockwaves through the footballing world, tarnishing his image and casting a pall over his achievements. The legal proceedings, the public scrutiny, the erosion of his reputation, these are the elements of a tragedy unfolding in real time. This documentary will not shy away from the complexities of Alves's story. It will delve into the depths of his character, exploring the forces that shaped him, the choices he made, and the consequences he now faces. It will examine the cultural context that influenced his rise to fame, the pressures of maintaining success, and the challenges of navigating the treacherous waters of celebrity. We will trace his trajectory from the humble beginnings in Bahia to the global stage, from his early days at Bahia, where his raw talent first captivated scouts, to his transformative spell at Sevilla, where he honed his skills and established himself as one of Europe's brightest prospects. We will dissect his Barcelona dynasty, analyzing the tactical brilliance of Pep Guardiola and the symbiotic relationship he shared with Messi. We will explore his later stints at Juventus and Paris Saint-Germain, examining his enduring hunger for trophies and his ability to adapt to new environments. But we will also confront the uncomfortable truths, the allegations that threaten to undo everything he has achieved. We will hear from legal experts, social commentators, and those closest to the case, seeking to understand the full scope of the accusations and the potential ramifications. This is not a simple celebration of sporting greatness. It is a nuanced and unflinching examination of a complex individual, a man who embodies both the heights of human achievement and the depths of human fallibility. It is a story that demands to be told not just for the sake of history, but for the lessons it can teach us about ambition, morality, and the enduring power of redemption. The sun-drenched pitches of Bahia held more than just the promise of football. They were a crucible forging Alves's indomitable spirit. His upbringing, far from the glitz and glamour that would later define his career, was steeped in the realities of rural Brazilian life. He wasn't merely playing a game, he was chasing a lifeline, a chance to transcend the limitations imposed by circumstance. The early mornings spent helping his father, a farmer who also ran a small market stall, instilled in him a work ethic that would become his trademark. This wasn't just about physical labor, it was about understanding the value of perseverance, the necessity of contributing, and the importance of family. Consider the makeshift football fields carved out of dusty earth where Alves honed his skills. These weren't manicured lawns. They were unforgiving surfaces that demanded resilience and adaptability. He learned to control the ball on uneven ground, to anticipate unpredictable bounces, to improvise and innovate. This environment fostered a unique brand of creativity, a willingness to take risks and a confidence in his own abilities. This improvisational approach, this ginga as the Brazilians call it, became a distinguishing factor in his play style. His father, a fervent football enthusiast, played a pivotal role in nurturing his son's talent. He not only provided unwavering support, but also served as his first coach, drilling him in the fundamentals of the game. This wasn't simply about teaching technique. It was about instilling a love for the sport, a passion that would fuel Alves's ambition. His father's guidance extended beyond the pitch, shaping his character and instilling in him a sense of discipline and responsibility. He learned to respect the game, to honor his opponents, and to always strive for improvement. Now think about the cultural influences that shaped his early years. Brazilian football is more than just a sport. It's a cultural phenomenon, a source of national pride and a symbol of hope. Alves grew up immersed in this culture, idolizing legendary players like Cafu and Roberto Carlos, who paved the way for Brazilian fullbacks on the global stage. He absorbed their attacking flair, their defensive grit, and their unwavering commitment to the national team. This legacy inspired him to follow in their footsteps, to represent his country with honor, and to leave his own indelible mark on the game. Another crucial layer is the social context of his upbringing. Brazil, despite its rich cultural heritage, faces significant social and economic challenges. Alves witnessed firsthand the inequalities that plagued his country, the struggles of ordinary people to make ends meet, and the lack of opportunities for underprivileged youth. This awareness fueled his desire to succeed, not just for himself, but for his family and his community. He wanted to be a role model, to inspire others to pursue their dreams, and to prove that anything is possible, with hard work and determination. His early life was thus not just preparation for a career, but a forging of the entire person he would become. The transition to Sevilla, however, presented a stark contrast to the familiar comfort of his homeland. He encountered a new culture, a different style of play, and the relentless pressure of European football. This wasn't merely a geographical relocation. It was a baptism by fire, a test of his adaptability and his willingness to embrace the unknown. Now consider how this applies when you face a challenge that seems insurmountable. Alves's initial struggles in Spain underscore the importance of perseverance and the ability to learn from setbacks. The language barrier, for instance, posed a significant hurdle. He had to quickly master Spanish, not just to communicate with his teammates and coaches, but also to understand the tactical nuances of the game. This required a concerted effort, a willingness to step outside his comfort zone, and a dedication to self-improvement. Picture the countless hours he spent studying Spanish, poring over textbooks and practicing conversations, determined to overcome this obstacle. Beyond language, the tactical demands of European football proved to be equally challenging. He had to adapt to a more structured and disciplined style of play, learning to defend with greater precision and to contribute to the attack with more tactical awareness. This required him to refine his technique, to improve his decision-making, and to develop a deeper understanding of the game. Imagine him meticulously studying game film, analyzing his mistakes, and seeking advice from his coaches and teammates. The cultural differences also presented a unique set of challenges. He had to navigate a new social environment, learn the customs and traditions of Spain, and build relationships with people from different backgrounds. This required him to be open-minded, respectful, and willing to embrace diversity. Think about the effort it took to understand the nuances of Spanish humor, to appreciate the local cuisine, and to connect with his teammates on a personal level. Furthermore, the pressure of playing for a top European club weighed heavily on his shoulders. He was expected to perform at a high level consistently, to contribute to the team's success, and to meet the expectations of demanding fans. This required him to develop mental toughness, to manage his emotions, and to maintain his focus under pressure. Envision the weight of expectation he carried onto the field, knowing that millions of people were watching his every move. Despite these challenges, Alves refused to be discouraged. He embraced the opportunity to learn and grow, viewing each obstacle as a stepping stone to success. He worked tirelessly to improve his skills, to adapt to the new environment, and to prove himself to his coaches and teammates. His unwavering determination and his infectious enthusiasm quickly won over the Sevilla faithful. This tenacity showcased a pivotal theme of his career, his ability to turn adversity into advantage, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth and demonstrating an unyielding spirit that would define his trajectory. Sevilla provided the proving ground, yet Barcelona presented the ultimate validation. It wasn't merely a step up, it was a quantum leap into the stratosphere of footballing royalty. The move to the Camp Nou signified not just a change of scenery, but an elevation in expectations, a baptism into a culture of relentless winning, and a collision with a philosophy that would redefine his career. Think about the sheer weight of history he inherited, walking into a club steeped in tradition, a team synonymous with innovation, and a fan base that demanded nothing less than perfection. The tactical shift under Pep Guardiola proved transformative. Alves wasn't simply a defender anymore. He became an integral cog in a complex machine, a vital link between defense and attack, a player whose influence permeated every facet of the game. Reflect upon the precision required in Guardiola's system, the intricate passing sequences, the constant movement, the unwavering commitment to possession. He thrived in this environment, his natural flair tempered by tactical discipline, his attacking instincts honed by strategic awareness. Now, factor in the psychological impact of playing alongside Lionel Messi. This wasn't just a partnership of convenience. It was a symbiotic relationship, a meeting of minds that unlocked unprecedented levels of creativity and effectiveness. Alves understood Messi's movements instinctively, anticipating his passes, providing him with the space and support he needed to flourish. Consider the countless assists he provided, the perfectly weighted crosses, the incisive through balls that set Messi free on goal. Their connection transcended mere teamwork. It was a telepathic understanding, a shared vision of how the game should be played. Moreover, contemplate the pressure of maintaining that level of performance week after week, season after season. Barcelona wasn't just a team, it was a global brand, a symbol of sporting excellence, and a target for every opponent. Alves had to consistently perform at his peak, to withstand the physical and mental demands of a grueling schedule, and to cope with the constant scrutiny of the media and the fans. His mental fortitude was tested time and time again, but he consistently rose to the occasion, demonstrating a resilience that was as impressive as his technical ability. His contributions went far beyond statistics. He injected a sense of joy and exuberance into the team, a contagious enthusiasm that lifted the spirits of his teammates and captivated the fans. He wasn't just a footballer, he was an entertainer, a showman, a player who understood the importance of connecting with the crowd. Consider his trademark celebrations, his infectious smile, his unwavering optimism. These qualities made him a fan favorite, a player who was admired not only for his skill, but also for his personality. Yet the path to sustained success wasn't without its challenges. He faced competition for his place in the team, had to adapt to evolving tactical approaches, and contend with injuries that threatened to derail his progress. Each of these hurdles tested his resolve, his commitment, and his ability to overcome adversity. Indeed, it was his capacity to navigate these difficulties, to learn from his mistakes, and to emerge stronger that truly defined his legacy at Barcelona. It wasn't just about winning trophies, it was about the journey, the struggles, and the triumphs that shaped him into the player and the person he became. Reflecting on this journey so far, we begin to perceive the architecture of a legacy built not on mere accumulation, but on a relentless pursuit of adaptation and reinvention. The narrative is not simply linear progression, it resembles more, a complex tapestry woven with threads of triumph and tribulation, each strand informing the overall design. It's a story of constant evolution, a dance between inherent talent and cultivated skill, where early foundations intertwine with later adaptations to create a singular, enduring form. Consider the weight of expectation that has consistently shaped his trajectory. It has never been a static force, but a dynamic current, shifting and intensifying as he navigated ever greater challenges. This pressure served not as a deterrent, but as a catalyst, compelling him to surpass perceived limitations and redefine the boundaries of his own potential. It's akin to a sculptor working with resilient clay, each application of force shaping and refining the final form. Now think about the nature of influence, how the confluence of mentors, partnerships, and cultural contexts has molded his approach to the game. It's a testament to the power of collaboration, the ability to absorb and integrate diverse perspectives, and the willingness to learn from those who have walked a similar path. This intricate web of relationships forms a crucial element of his narrative, revealing the profound impact of human connection on individual achievement. The journey, as we've observed, has been marked by both moments of soaring brilliance and periods of profound introspection. These fluctuations are not anomalies, but integral components of a larger cycle, reflecting the inherent rhythms of life itself. To truly understand the essence of this story, it's vital to recognize the significance of both the peaks and the valleys, for it is within these contrasting experiences that the true measure of resilience is revealed. As we pivot towards the final reflection, it's clear that this is not merely a story of sporting success. It's a multifaceted exploration of ambition, adaptation, and the enduring human spirit. The story, much like a complex equation, demands a careful examination of its constituent parts to fully comprehend the implications of the result. The anticipation rests not on a simple summation of accomplishments, but on a deeper understanding of the forces that shaped his trajectory and the legacy that he leaves behind. The narrative of Dani Alves is, in its essence, a profound exploration of the multifaceted nature of legacy. It transcends the mere accumulation of trophies and delves into the intricate interplay of ambition, adaptation, and the human capacity for both triumph and transgression. His career, a tapestry woven with threads of brilliance and controversy, serves as a potent reminder that greatness is not solely defined by achievement, but also by the manner in which one navigates the complexities of life, both on and off the field. Consider the enduring power of reinvention, a recurring motif throughout his journey. From the sun-baked pitches of Bahia to the grand stadiums of Europe, he consistently demonstrated an uncanny ability to adapt to new environments, master new skills, and redefine his role within ever-evolving tactical landscapes. This adaptability, born from a deep-seated desire to excel, became his signature, allowing him to not only survive, but thrive in the face of relentless competition and shifting expectations. It speaks to a fundamental truth that true success lies not in clinging to past glories, but in embracing the challenges of the present and constantly striving to become a better version of oneself. Yet, the shadow of recent allegations casts a long pall over his accomplishments, forcing us to confront the uncomfortable reality that even the brightest stars can be susceptible to human fallibility. This is not to diminish his achievements, but rather to acknowledge the inherent complexities of the human condition. It serves as a sobering reminder that legacy is not a monolithic entity, but a fluid and ever-evolving narrative, shaped not only by our successes but also by our failures, our choices, and the consequences they engender. The true reflection then lies not in a simplistic judgment of his character, but in a deeper examination of the values we hold dear and the standards to which we aspire. It compels us to grapple with difficult questions about accountability, redemption, and the enduring impact of our actions on others. It challenges us to consider the ways in which we celebrate success and the responsibility we bear to hold individuals accountable for their behavior, regardless of their achievements or status. Ultimately, the story of Dani Alves serves as a powerful parable for our times. It is a reminder that the pursuit of greatness is a journey fraught with peril, and that true legacy is not measured solely by what we achieve, but by who we become along the way. It is a call to reflect on our own values, to hold ourselves to the highest ethical standards, and to strive to create a world where success is not achieved at the expense of integrity. The echoes of the Camp Nou may fade, the trophies may gather dust, but the questions raised by his story will continue to resonate long after the final whistle has blown. The true practice, then, begins now to learn from the past, to strive for a more just future, and to recognize that the pursuit of excellence must always be tempered by a commitment to ethical conduct and unwavering respect for others.